All right. Okay, so I don't know if we're on or off or what is happening, but let's just see. Let me ask if. Hello, Fire Yoga. Hi! Can you guys? I'm just going to type this in. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much because this silly embedding thing is just really, really hard to figure out. I just don't know why, but welcome you guys. Welcome to, I will get this like right one day, right? One day I can figure this out and it will be a no-brainer. So welcome back to the live Q&A. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm really excited to be reading for you guys today, talking about your twin flame questions and answers. Just a couple of announcements. So if you haven't booked a reading with me yet and you'd like to book a reading, really refer back to that video on how to book a reading with me because it just has some really specific guidelines on doing that. I still have 3 spots available for this week, and next week I have some spots available as well. I just opened up more spots to do my readings. Another thing is, if you have not yet gotten your free copy of Enlightened Medicine, Your Power to Get Well Now, it's still available free on Kindle. As I mentioned in the last video as well, you can also get the Audible version of it for like 50% off or more than 50% off if you get the free Kindle copy as well. So if that's a topic you're really interested in, if you know someone or you want to gift it to someone because they're dealing with a lifestyle disease, it's a really great book for them to help heal naturally as well as whatever they're doing with whatever traditional medical advice that their doctor is giving to them. They can really integrate that and use both. So it's a great book for that. Also, another thing that I wanted to tell you, and hey, SR Khan, thank you. Yeah, you're very welcome for Enlightened Medicine. Oh, that's great. I'm so glad. And it's really a long book, so read it, in the chapters that interest you. There's really no need to go in specific order with that book. It's a lot of it. It's a reference guide. The first couple of chapters you might want to read chronologically, like right in order, but then after that, you could just really pick and choose. Oh, Chrissy got it too. Awesome. That's great. So another thing, you already finished it? All right, see, okay. Another thing I want to tell you guys is that if you are currently reading Twin Flame Romance, it's really important for like independent authors to get reviews on Amazon. So I'm going to gift you guys something. So if you guys go ahead and read Twin Flame Romance, and if you bought it on Amazon in any version, like Kindle or paperback, and then soon Audible, but if you buy it in any version and read it and would like to leave a review on Amazon, once you leave a review, just email me. And I'm going to gift you guys a free Audible version copy of Chakra Healing for Vibrant Energy. So that's for the whole month of October and the rest of September, so that if you guys are really interested in just, if you're reading it anyway and you want to go ahead and pop it up on Amazon, just leave a review, email me and I'll give you that free Audible copy of Chakra Healing for Vibrant Energy, which is a great book too. And it's great to like combine with it because it really talks a lot about healing, especially spiritual healing. So, what's on your hearts and minds today, you guys? What are you really like thinking about this week? How's the week going for you guys? I have had a pretty good week. It started out last weekend a little bit rough, just getting adjusted to my new schedule, getting adjusted to doing YouTube full time, doing my writing full time, and doing readings full time, which is, it's all of the above. It's a combination. It's really getting so back to the routine of being self-employed, which is very different than being in a big old structure when you're actually in a day job. But let's go ahead and, Melissa said she's going through a lot of spiritual stuff. Yeah, I feel like that was me over the course of the summer, that was really happening in large part. Vanya says, thanks for the reading. You're very welcome. So, Raven, I'm really interested in knowing, like, what kind of themes have popped up for you? Let me share something like that I know happens in this twin flame journey. When you're experiencing your twin in the 5D, a lot of you are experiencing your twin like real time in the 5D on a daily basis, meaning like you have dreams about them, you feel them, You're getting angel signs everywhere about your twin. And I heard this from a twin flame mentor, that sometimes in the course of your journey during separation, that sometimes the 5D communication will stop momentarily. So like sometimes it'll stop for like a week, 2 weeks, a month. Like sometimes it'll stop. And what this twin flame mentor told me is, she said, like, sometimes that will happen when you are going through great spiritual ascension, when you're overcoming the ego, when you and your twin are really integrated and mirroring each other. She said, and you're getting past that ego stuff, like the he said, she said type of ego stuff, that sometimes you will not feel them for a while. You might not get the messages. So that really, for me this week, that's exactly what was going on. Is this week, is I wasn't feeling my twin in the 5D as I usually had been feeling him. And that was kind of frustrating to me. So that was the theme this week for me. It was just a little confusing to me that I had consistently felt signs. And all of a sudden it was like nothing. Okay, so Raven said, hi, Chrissy. I'm going to address what you said. So might have to scroll back up, but Raven said past trauma synchronicity numbers. Okay. Yeah, that's really good. Manifestation of smaller things has been easy. Yeah. I mean, that, if you guys saw the video on the 8 stages to twin flame reunion, the 7th stage, which is really a huge spiritual development stage, I should say, is metamorphosis. And if you watch that video, I really talk a lot about metamorphosis. And metamorphosis is kind of what's happening to Raven as she's explaining it. You have already gone through, in metamorphosis, you've already gone through a lot of the spiritual growth and a lot of the emotional growth that you need to go through to get toward reunion. And metamorphosis is when you see yourself starting to change. So you're having more spiritual experiences than like real life experiences, meaning like a lot of the karma has been cleared. So you're not really dealing a lot with the drama of life, but you're dealing more with the spiritual aspects of life. So yeah, you're going to start to see more synchronicities. You're going to see more manifestation of things happening. Like you said, little things or big things. And the crying out of nowhere. So I see, Melissa's mentioning it and Raven's mentioning it. Of course, what obviously happens in Dark Night of the Soul, which is the stage before that, before metamorphosis, is a lot of that crying. But what I have seen, and I think I did talk about this in the last live stream, what I have seen is kind of like this mini return of the Dark Night of the Soul that happens during metamorphosis stage. And it's not consistent crying. It's not like every single day. It's just these little mini periods of outbursts of emotions. And what I mentioned that I really felt that was you also picking up on your twin's energy. So meaning that because there's often a delay, especially between the divine masculine and divine feminine, because there's that delay, that when you're feeling the Dark Night of the Soul, when you're feeling those intense and deep emotions, what I have found is that like it might be a month or 2 or 3 later when your twin is starting to feel that as well. So just know that if you've already gone through the Dark Night of the Soul and like the deep darkness of the crying every single day, or just really getting emotional every day, and then you start to revisit that when you thought you were completely out of it, is that you might be picking up too on what your twin is feeling. So that's one of the things. Okay, so I don't know how to pronounce your name, so you might want to give it to me phonetically, but RAHC said, today I asked God for signs of what this is all meant, or what it's all about, I guess, and he delivered me the signs of 777222, etc. within 20 minutes. What is Spirit telling me, and does it have anything to do with my divine masculine? His initial is T. Okay, so, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, being in the Dark Night of the Soul sucks, but you do get over it, I promise you. So angel numbers are what appear very often when your angels want to send you signs, and numbers are a really easy way of your angels sending you signs. once you really get the numbers down pat, they usually send you many other signs because they're trying to get you to notice. And once they get you to notice, then they can send you other signs as well. And you'll notice that there are, oh, it's pronounced, oh, like rock. Okay, got it. So rock, you see these numbers because your angels are trying to get you to notice. And I recommend the book Angel Numbers 101 by Doreen Virtue. I know it's out of print. You can find it. I'm sure you can find a used copy on Amazon. It might be a little pricey, but it's a really great book. I love that book. So 777 is your angels confirming to you that you are on the right path. That is what that means. 777 is always on the right path. And then 222 is keep your thoughts positive. So what they may have noticed is that because you're going through the dark night of the soul now, that you may have had a lot of negativity surrounding your twin or surrounding the situation and what's going on. And so they're just telling you, please keep your thoughts positive. Please keep your thoughts positive. Melissa said that she sees 444. 444 means your angels are with you. So it means your angels and guides are with you. And sometimes, depending on your relationship with your guardian angels, sometimes what they're seeing is that they're trying to give you a heads up. Like they're either saying like, hey, you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing, or you're thinking something you shouldn't be thinking, or like you know that we're with you and we're handling this. So it could mean a lot of different things, but it's usually just meaning that your angels are with you. So Raven said she's getting 711 a lot. Raven, I've been getting 711 for the past week and a half consistently. Okay. Let's see. Wendy says, I'm so over it. I've been waiting 5 months and no contact. I've been seeing numbers. Oh, gosh. All right, Wendy, hold on. I'm going to pull a card for you, okay? I'm going to pull a card for you. Let's see. What does Wendy need to know about? Wendy, what is this person's name? So, 555 means change. So it could mean that big changes are coming, or it could mean you need to change the way. Oh my God, Wendy, you just gave me a sign. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm not going to say this out loud. Everyone who's on the live chat, please read what Wendy wrote. Wendy, your twin's first name is my twin's last name. So that was a sign for me. So thank you very much. I'm pulling a card for you. So that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Wendy, we're going to pull a card for you and your guy. Okay. So, Ace of Earth, the inflow of abundance, but what the Ace of Earth is about, it's about a new beginning. It's about a new beginning, a new opportunity, something new that is coming into you. Okay? So, what this is saying that it's not a lost cause as you thought it was a lost cause. Wendy, since you gave me a sign, I'm also going to pick a romance card for you guys. So let's do this. Okay, here we go. Awesome. Okay, so this is what's going on. And it's really funny because this is an earthy sign. So this is an earthy sign. It means that this is for Wendy and whoever else this resonates with. So remember, like a group reading can be more than one thing for one person. If it resonates with you, it's for you. So this is meaning new beginnings, but it's also an earthiness. So earthiness is a slower moving energy, okay? If this was Ace of Swords, which is like Ace, it's like that fast moving energy, it would be a fast lightning energy. This is a slower energy. And here's why it's a slower energy, Wendy. It's because you guys are both working on healing family issues. So it could just mean like issues from your past, issues from your childhood. It could mean that you or your twin are going through that dark night of the soul because you need to heal those issues from your past. So don't worry, you're going to have a new beginning. It's just going to take a little while. Can everybody for Wendy please post how long they've been in separation from their twin? Because she's been separated for 5 months and that feels like eternity. But I can assure you that there have been twins separated longer than 5 months. Okay, so Raven says, hello, Casey Lynn. Okay, so Raven says, can you pull a card for guidance if you can? Raven, is there anything in particular that you want to know? Hello, Annette. Yeah, so as you can see, yeah, I mean, 10 years for Raven. Okay. Raven, can you please give me your twin's name? Just post it on the chat. Oh, just anything that comes up. Okay, not in particular. Okay. Yeah, 2 years feels long, I'm sure. Okay, so Raven. But you just want something general. So let's just pull a general card, and if something comes up about your twin, it'll come up. This is for Raven. Oh, okay. This is the balance card. Balance is, it's a karmic card, but it's also about giving and receiving. So what I'm seeing for you, Raven, is that, oh, your name is Sadia. Okay, cool. Okay, so for Sadia, thank you for that. For Sadia, this is about finding balance in your life. So finding those aspects of giving and receiving, but also maybe finding balance in other aspects of your life. So just look through your day, look through your week, look through your month, and just see where you are not feeling balanced, where you're like maybe overkill in one area. So that is the message, and that's the message for anybody who also resonates with that too. Hello, Mayhek. Okay, so let's go back to talking about, I just heard someone say, like, stop waiting. So I had a wonderful mentor who, it was great. I had a wonderful mentor who told me this summer that I needed to stop waiting. And that was actually a great piece of advice, because I think I've shared with you guys in other videos that for me personally, that was one thing that I was doing, is I was waiting. I was doing exactly that. Like, I was waiting for some big magical thing to happen, and it wasn't happening. And so I was putting my life on hold. So I put my life on hold where I didn't buy furniture for my place, and I wasn't getting, everyone knows about me getting a kitten, so I wasn't getting a kitten. I wasn't doing certain activities and things because I was like, oh, well, when my twin comes back to me, I'm just going to do these things. So I'm going to wait for him. And so this great mentor just said, you know what? You need to like stop waiting and start living. And it really hit home for me, because that's exactly what I was doing. I was waiting for him to come back to me before I did all these things. So I actually, guess what I did, guys? And this is going to sound funny, but when I left Virginia to come to California, I didn't bring any couches. So I had like 2 comfy chairs, and that's it. So last week I got couches, you guys. I mean, it's those baby steps, right? Baby steps of like not waiting and start living. So wait, so KJ, this is, I'm going to pull a card from Melissa. Okay, so I'm going to pull a card from Melissa, but KJ said, I see my twin Monday. I'm afraid he will reject me, and I want to avoid him. KJ, what your angels are saying to me is, do not have self-fulfilling prophecies in the negative. Don't have self-fulfilling prophecies in the negative. You don't want to do that. Because inadvertently, you actually might push your twin away with those self-fulfilling prophecies, because they can feel that. They can feel that if you're already kind of pulling away because you're afraid they're going to reject you, they're going to be able to feel that. So just try to keep your thoughts positive. Who knows what will happen? Who knows? No one knows. Okay, Melissa said, Melissa, what is your twin's name? So if you can say that. All right. Here we go. Okay, Benny, got it. Okay, so let's see. So Melissa said that her and her twin are in a push-pull relationship still. So she's saying that he comes back and then he goes away, and he comes back and then he goes away constantly. And she just wants to know, like, what in the world is happening. So, oh my gosh, so weird. What's happening with the energy today, you guys? Okay, it's fall. I'm getting this now. Hello. It's fall. This is a fall card. Ace of Earth. Okay? The angels just like whispered this to me. Ace of Earth. This is fall. This is the second time we're getting this card. Okay? This is the fall. It's the time for new beginnings. Okay? I really believe this speaks to way more of you out there than just Melissa and Rock. I believe that this is literally about new beginnings in the fall. So let's see. When was the fall equinox? Was the fall equinox on September 21st? I'm thinking. September 21st or 22nd. So I am thinking that, you know, the fall is going to last until December 21st. So fall is from September to December. There's going to be new beginnings for a lot of you. So this push-pull, this coming back, you know, going back and forth, the ghosting, whatever is happening during this whole season of fall, that crap is going to stop for a lot of you. For a lot of you, it's going to be a new beginning. It's just going to be this, you know, fresh start, this new beginning. So what I would say that in preparation for this new beginning, it's really important that you guys not have, let me see how to say this. What they're telling me is to not have the expectations that you have had in the past for behavioral patterns that they've conducted in the past, if that makes sense. So if in the past they've done the push-pull with you, in this new beginning, do not anticipate push-pull. If in the past they've ghosted you, do not anticipate the ghosting for the future, for this new beginning. If they've, you know, mistreated you or cheated on you or whatever the case may be, what they're saying is do not expect the same behavior. So this is a new beginning. This is a fresh start. This is an earthy beginning, which, you know, autumn is all about the earthiness. It's all about like solid foundations. It's not this willy-nilly, like in the air, watery foundations, because if we're seeing like, you know, the water sign or the water cards, yes, it's deep emotion, but sometimes it really just means this like swimming through the ocean emotions. It's like anything goes, whereas earthiness is all about seriousness. It's about solid foundations. So KB said, could you please pull a card for me? I'd appreciate it so much. I've been feeling so blocked. My twin and I are in separation because of a previous karmic relationship of his, and I don't know if I should end it or wait. So KB, could you give me your twin's name, please? And hello, Pamela from Australia. And hello to Gypsy Rose. Okay. So KB and, okay. Can I say it out loud, KB, or no? Okay, so let's get a message for KB. Okay. I am seeing that you need to stay in this connection and you need to be more compassionate toward him. Okay? So the Queen of Earth energy, again, the Earth energy, guys. The Queen of Earth energy is all about a very magical feminine, a very magical divine feminine. She is so magical, in fact, that she has created abundance. She is literally creating money out of nothing. So she has the power of abundance, the power of creativity, the power of manifesting. She has figured out how to make her life very wealthy and abundant. So she's got it all going. See, I've got my t-shirt on today, you guys. I don't know if you can see it. It says, "Get it, girl." So this Queen of Earth is like, I'm going to go get it, girl. Like, she's got all of it together. But here's the issue. She needs to be compassionate and loving and forgiving toward others. She needs to. That's it. Like, the thing is, this Queen of Earth doesn't understand the exact challenges that everybody else is going through. And so since she doesn't understand the whole story of the challenges that the other is going through, She needs to deal with the challenges that she's experiencing with this person in a kind and compassionate manner. So again, this applies to anybody that this resonates with. Okay, so any of you that are resonating with this, just honestly, like, take it to heart, because I think for the divine feminines that have been developing spiritually and have been rocking it totally on every level, like they've had so much growth this year, that it can get easy to be like, not, I want to say, like, this word probably isn't correct, and the angels are kind of giving me this word, so just take it in stride. The word is cocky. Like, don't get too cocky thinking like you're so much better because you've gone through all these changes and growth, that you still need to deal with things compassionately. Okay. So, somebody asked me earlier about life purpose, and I can't. Oh, here we go. SR Khan says, SRK Khan, or SR Khan says, how did you find your calling? I've been in an existential crisis and thought twin flames are supposed to increase the positive vibrations of this world. Could you please pull a card on guidance for me, please? Okay. That's a lot of questions. That's a lot of questions in one. How did I find my life calling? I had inklings of my life calling for a long time. If you read my book, The Wheel of Healing with Ayurveda, I really talk a lot about that. I'm not going to go into too much detail today, but my life calling literally came through a lot of crisis. I mean, it was a lot of crisis and a lot of not so nice things that happened to me. Like I said, which I really write a lot about in The Wheel of Healing with Ayurveda. It was through a lot of adversity that I found my calling. That's it. It's pure, like, going through hell and back. And that's really how I found my life calling. And yes, twins do enhance each other as far as like helping them find their life passion and purpose. But things don't happen all at once. It's not like you open up Pandora's box and poof, like you're going to have all this stuff in front of you and you're like, oh yeah, you know what? Now I get to pick and choose. I know exactly what it is. Is that the growth usually comes in stages, right? So you might have something small revealed to you, and this is for SR Khan. All right, Missy, the Lover's card. Okay. So what this is confirming is that, yes, twins are going to help each other find their passion and purpose. They are absolutely going to help each other find their passion and purpose, and healing, really, and healing. So healing is part of the passion and purpose. That's absolutely part of it. And so what I'm going to continue, because this is just confirming that. This is confirming exactly what was said. Exactly what was said was, yes, they're going to help each other. Yes, they're designed to help each other. The healing comes first. The purpose comes next. But it's not going to be like slammed in your face and like, here it is. There you go. Total enlightenment. It's going to happen. What they're saying is that it's going to happen in stages. So there's going to be like little bits of inklings of, this is exactly what you need to do. And you're going to take little steps and moving toward what you guys are supposed to be doing together. And then, like, you know, for your life purpose and trajectory. Okay. So Anita says, by the way, I am Anita from Sydney, Australia. Thank you, Anita, for writing. Your book made my heart to feel so much better since I'm unable to talk to anyone regarding this twin flame journey of unconditional love. Yeah, thank you so much, Anita. I really, really appreciate that. Yeah, I do write about that, right? That this journey can be very lonely, and that's why a lot of us here on YouTube, in YouTube land, a lot of us have this community that we've created because it does feel lonely. It feels really lonely. And honestly, if you haven't read my book yet, I do actually write about this, that there's actually a section in the book about how you feel and how it feels inside, and how nobody else can really understand what you're going through unless if you're going through it, and that you can totally feel crazy. And if you do talk to somebody about it, they might want to cart you off to the psych ward. And I know, I know that like sometimes even my twin, like I feel like he feels like I'm crazy, but you know, who knows, right? Who knows what, if he really does or doesn't. But sometimes I really feel that. Like I feel that there are not many people out there that can understand, and that's really one of the reasons why I created this forum, is just so everyone can feel like they belong and they're not crazy. So yeah, so all right, here we go. Awesome. I'm so glad you guys are reading the book. That's really, really cool. So if you missed at the beginning, at the very beginning, if you missed it, I did say that if you guys feel compelled to leave a review, if you've been reading the book on Amazon, which is so helpful to independent authors, leaving reviews just gives you a better ranking on Amazon, which means that other twin flames are going to be able to see that. You know, it's, like I said, that's part of the journey too, is that we feel lonely. And when I started on this journey close to a year ago, that there weren't a lot of resources out there about learning about this journey and what it is. So the more reviews that are up there, the more exposure the book will get, and then the more twin flames can actually see it. But I will give you guys a free Audible copy of Chakra Healing for Vibrant Energy, which is one of my books published by New World Library. So I'll give you that. If you post a review, then email me to let me know. Okay, so let's see. Who else has a question? Mayhek, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. So it says, hello, my twin has been behaving differently, so I want to know what's going on in his journey. Is he awakening? Okay. For that, you know what? I'm going to pull, I'm not going to pull one of the tarot cards. I'm actually, if I can find it, I'm going to pull the angel answer cards, which depending on the answer can be kind of irritating. So if you've ever worked with angel answer cards, you know what I'm talking about. But I really feel like they were compelling me to use this deck instead. So you want to know, Mayhek wants to know if her twin is awakening, or him. I'm sorry. I can't tell from the name, but please help me out here. On his journey. Okay, got it. Okay, here we go. So is the twin awakening? Okay, let's see. Yeah, so what the card that came out was the reconsider card. And actually with the sword, what they're telling me with the sword is that your twin just might be going through his own dark night of the soul. It doesn't necessarily mean they're aware of what's going on. Dark night of the soul can come packaged in a lot of different ways. A dark night of the soul can come packaged as a bunch of really like horrible, crappy things happening that makes them feel very depressed and dark and like confused and chaotic. Like they're showing me the image of someone like walking through a graveyard. That's what they're showing me. Someone walking through a graveyard, kind of like visiting the ghosts from the past. So likely that is what your twin is going through, is like walking through a graveyard, being faced with ghosts from the past. So a lot of darkness happening, but before the light, darkness must come. Then comes the light. So that's actually good news. I know it can sound a little bit frustrating, but that's actually what's happening. So, and it's happening for a lot of divine masculines. Absolutely. Someone, I want to address this. Someone had asked earlier, and I'm not sure who it was because the comments do fly by kind of fast. Someone was asking about age difference. Like what if this was the actual question? Is what if my twin is in his or her, I don't know who it was, male or female, but in his or her 40s and, or I'm in my 40s and my twin's in their 20s. So what about that large age gap? So I'm going to say a couple of things about that. The first thing that I'm going to say is that that's really common, and if you've viewed a lot of twin flame videos, that is the large age gap is actually fairly common, especially in the twins that are awakening from. There was a huge awakening that happened starting in October 2018, like a huge like portal that kind of opened. There was a ton of twin flames that started awakening around that time, and then moving into like January of this year. So it was a lot. So a lot of people, and usually this is also referred to as kind of like the third wave of twin flames, and they tend to, for the most part, have large age gaps, and that's just a majority. It's not all; it's a majority. So I have done readings for clients who do have large age gaps in that particular age frame. So meaning like maybe late 20s and early 40s of that nature. Honestly, it doesn't seem to be an issue, especially if both parties are free to date or free to be together. Especially if the divine masculine is younger. What I have been seeing consistently is that the divine masculine, the younger divine masculine, tends to not even care about the age difference. They just don't. They're mature enough that the age difference just does not make a huge difference. Now, if you're worried about your particular situation, the best way to find out is to just get a personalized reading, because your angels and guides might have something else to say about that. So there might be something else going on. But other than that, it usually does not seem to be a problem. Okay, so let's see. I saw one earlier. Anita said, I have a question about Kundalini activation. I'm going to purchase your book on chakra healing, but do we need a guru to activate Kundalini? No, you don't. And usually, honestly, twins typically activate each other's Kundalini as well. So there you go. No, yoga practices, deep breathing, yogic breathing practices called pranayama, meditation, all of the three of those things can actually activate the Kundalini energy, and it's not an issue, guys. It's actually, you will have that. And like I said, twin flames tend to open up that Kundalini energy naturally in each other. So, let's see, I wanted to... Okay, self-care says, I have a knowing that he is my twin, but not sure if he feels the same. What's your best advice for this? It makes me question it sometimes. Any messages you can share with me? Okay. I think other viewers can confirm that that is very common, that one person is aware of being in a twin flame connection, and the other person, notably your twin, if you're aware, is not aware. Very common occurrence. Very, very, very common. There tends to be one, and let's just use these words lightly. We're not going to say this in a bad way, but we're going to say there's usually one awakened twin and one twin that is not awakened to the connection, meaning that it's not that they're not enlightened. It's just that they're usually very unaware that this is a special soul connection, and they might not even have the cognizance or the viewpoint to even understand what that means, right? So it's not that they're like completely unaware that it's a twin flame connection. It's just that relationships are relationships. Everyone deals with relationships in a different way. And someone who's not aware of a spiritual aspect of a relationship just might not, that's it. They're just not aware. They don't even know that that exists. So if your twin flame is truly a twin flame, like meaning that you guys are truly twin flames, they will figure it out. They will have to figure it out. Because the more awakened you become in your journey on this connection, the more awakened your twin will become. And so what's super duper interesting, I'll just share this about my twin, is that throughout the past year, I have seen transformational changes in my twin the more I became awakened to the twin flame connection. And just in talking with him, he was always very mature. And when we were able to talk to each other throughout the past, 10 months, 11 months, like what I noticed is like, oh my God, like he is actually a lot more spiritually aware in like open about it. He might have always been spiritually aware, but he's a lot more open about it. The more I became awakened and aware, the more he was open and aware. Now, as far as him being aware of our spiritual connection, I don't know. I don't know if he would call it a spiritual connection. I don't know if he'd call it a twin flame connection. I don't even know if he knows what a twin flame is. But that's pretty normal. And just know that if it's a true twin flame connection, they will be awakened. So, yeah. Okay, so Kenya, I love this. This is how we all feel. Kenya said, is it possible to relapse into negative ways of being during an awakening? Okay, I love this because if you all can confirm, this is that we all have been there, including myself. So I teach this stuff all day long. I eat spirituality for breakfast, literally. But we all fall into those negative thinking patterns. We all do. Every single one of us do. So I had a little temper tantrum myself this past week, like literally temper tantrum. It was like, so I have a picture of my twin on my phone. And so I was like, I was really angry and upset. And I said, do I need to like get rid of this picture and never look at it again? So it was just a temper tantrum though. It was just a momentary lapse into, I'm just going to be angry and that's it. And that's what I want to be. So we all do that. I mean, we're human. Okay. So one of the things that I explain about, and this is what I do in my spiritual teachings too, what I teach in my meditation courses, what I teach with my clients is that we are human. We as humans need to embrace every aspect of who we are. So we embrace all of us, right? You're embracing your physical side, you're embracing your spiritual side, you're embracing your ego, you're embracing your mind, you're embracing your emotions, everything that makes you, you embrace. You love those parts of you that are you because they are you. So bring love to those aspects of you that go into negativity. So it's not about denying yourself your own feelings, even if they're negative feelings. Being truly awakened, being truly enlightened is about accepting every single human emotion that you have. That's what it really is. So let's see. Awesome, Anita. So Jay says, since we have free will, how do we know if our twin agreed to do the journey with us? I love it. Jay, here is my firm belief, and my firm belief is actually based on information that I channeled from God, Jesus, and the angels. Like, honestly, my whole book was a channeling. It was not me, Michelle, talking in the book. I talked about my personal experiences, but other than that, it was all channeled from God, Jesus, and the angels. It was all like what they want me to say. I had no idea. That's the way I write books. I have no idea what I'm going to say. Zero idea. I sit down and I write. I don't plan it. I don't know what the next page is going to look like. I don't know what the next chapter is going to look like. I have no idea. I don't plan any of it. It's channeled. For every single one of my books, it's like that, except for the heavily researched books. Like Enlightened Medicine had to be heavily researched because of the nature of it. The Wheel of Healing with Ayurveda had to be heavily researched because of the nature of it. But other than that, like I write it as it's channeled. So back to my point of free will. So what I believe is that we have free will choices to make the choices for the next step in our journey. That's what our free will is. God gives us free will to say yay or nay to the next step. That is our free will. So let's just say, for example, I want to eat a chocolate cake instead of eating a kale salad. God's going to give you darn free will. If you want to eat the entire chocolate cake, you eat the entire chocolate cake. But that's your free will choice, right? But having the consequences of that action is the natural state of things. Meaning that, like, if you're going to eat a whole chocolate cake, you're not going to feel so well afterwards, okay? So God gives us those free choices and free will. Okay, so for each step of the way, like each step of the way, and there are consequences for actions, good, bad, or neutral. Now, the outcome of what we are supposed to do as our life path unfolds, that is predetermined by God. That is totally predetermined by God. So, if you are a twin flame, and this is what they told me, if you are a twin flame, before you came here, you split your soul in two. Your half of the soul is in your body, your other half of your soul is in your twin's body. The only purpose of that is for you guys to find each other and come back together. Okay? So that is the actual plan. That's God's plan. Okay? So since that's God's plan, since that's what God intended when he brought you down here on earth in this incarnation, your twin, even if they make a free will choice not to be with you right now, they're going to reap the consequences of that choice. So eventually these choices will become so painful for them, and they're going to encounter so many problems that eventually they're going to find themselves back to you. So that is it. That is the answer to that. Thank you, Anita, for that beautiful, beautiful compliment. I really appreciate that. And I appreciate you guys. Honestly, I wouldn't be here without you guys. I love it. I love having you guys here. It's amazing. Okay, so we've got 11 more minutes. We're going to maybe pull a couple of cards, and I think I'll have time to answer like 2 more questions about twin flames in this journey. Let's go ahead and, I'm sorry. Okay, so I did get someone. Thank you so much. I think it's Janae. I was wondering if you can pull a card for my twin and I. A lot of changes are occurring. Janae, can you tell me, and it's Janae Angel 14. So Janae Angel 14, could you please tell me what your twin's name is? Thank you, Annette Boo. Okay. Rock said, I'm always waiting on these tests to talk about twin flames. Oh, that's really cute. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So Janae, Angel 14, if you could just tell me your twin's name, we're going to pull a card for you guys and just see where you guys are at right now this week in this journey. Okay. So let's go ahead, and while I'm waiting for that response, yeah, okay, so Wendy, it sounds, okay, so let me just elaborate. While I'm waiting for Janae's response, let's just elaborate a little bit. So Wendy stated that when she met her twin, she felt like she always felt like something was missing in other relationships, and that when she met her twin, she felt like all the pieces that were missing were all there. And then she said, once I felt like everything was there, like all the pieces were there, that it went sour in just a matter of weeks. So Wendy, that is actually very normal. It's very, very normal for a twin flame relationship, and I think everyone here can attest to that. And just know that it will get better. It will get better, and that's really, really, really a normal thing. Like, everybody goes through that. Okay, Janae, Angel, Sabrina. Okay, got it. Okay, so let's pull a card. Let's see what's happening. Okay. Okay, so your twin is going through a tower moment, or a series of tower moments here. This often happens when we're learning lessons, when we're getting over karma. And okay, remember how I said, okay, this ties in directly. I love this, the tower card. This is 16, life experience. This is actually the tower card. This actually ties in directly to what I was saying before. Remember how I said that we have the free will choice? But when we do a free will choice that's not aligned with our life path and purpose, meaning God's destiny for us, guess what happens? We get kicked in the butt by karma. Okay? So the tower card is literally your angels and guides giving you a little kick in the booty. Okay, so your twin is actually getting kicked in the booty right now. So it's kind of like you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're not on your life path and purpose. Here, let's push you to show you you're not on your life path and purpose. You're going to have some consequences. You're going to just have consequences for these actions that you're doing that are not in alignment with what you're supposed to be doing. So that's it. Okay. So Pamela wants me to pull a card for her and her twin. We've got 7 minutes left. So Pamela, let's see, you and your twin. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Ooh, okay. Pamela, somebody is stuck. Somebody is stuck. So the 7 of water can mean a couple of things. And what's funny is that this card has been coming up a lot lately. A lot in a lot of readings. There are a lot of divine masculines that are stuck. They are stuck. This is about not making a decision. It's about being stuck. It's kind of like they're underwater, right? They're underwater and they're stuck. They can't get out. They can't get out. They're underwater. They're stuck. There's a lot of confusion. There might be problems with addictions. Now, it could be addictions to anything. It doesn't have to be drugs. It doesn't have to be alcohol. It could be addictions to sex, to women, to gambling, to porn, to video games, food, for example. But this is indicating that there's stuckness. It's a refusal to make a decision. So I did a reading for someone this week, and I'm going to do a video on this, guys. But the thing that came out through the reading was picking pleasure over authenticity. So that's going to be the title of my next big video that I'm doing, I think, tomorrow. So it's picking pleasure over authenticity. So what this stuck energy is about is it's literally about someone who is choosing what is easy. This is easy. This is pleasurable. This feels good. I'm going to choose this instead of choosing to be authentic. So this is happening a lot. It's not just with your twin. It's just that this seems to be going on a lot now. It's like we are just choosing, we the divine masculines, and it could be divine feminines. I mean, it could be you guys. I mean, there could be some instances where the divine feminine is just giving up. They're just like, I'm going to go party and I'm going to go drink because it just feels better than the pain I'm going through now, right? So it could be that. And so it's about being in that stuck energy. And so the way out of the stuck energy is to make a decision. It's to make a decision. So if that's for you, the decision could simply mean, I'm not going to wait anymore. I'm going to buy my damn couches if I want to buy my damn couches, right? It's like, I'm not going to wait anymore. If I want to date someone else for right now, I'm going to just date someone else for right now, but I'm going to make a decision about it. Like, I'm not just going to sit around on my butt and just wait. And if it's the divine masculine that is going through those tower moments, they're not going to make the decision on their own. They're going to be forced into making the decision. They're going to be pushed into making the decision. So somebody is going to be making decisions this week. It's definitely happening. Okay, guys, we are actually running out of time. We've got about 4 minutes left in the live feed. So I just want to give some really quick announcements. And I know a lot of you are asking for me to pull a card. There's not enough time actually to be pulling cards at the last couple of minutes. So the one thing I wanted to say is that if you do want a personalized reading with me, please email me at michellefondinauthor@gmail.com for a personalized reading, a one-on-one. That's really the best way to get the true reading and true story of what's happening in your specific situation. Everybody's situation is so incredibly different. It's like we might all be experiencing similar symptoms and signs of a twin flame connection, but everybody's situation is so vastly different, right? So there might be homework that your angels want you to do that's very specific to your situation, and that usually comes out in the reading as well. There might be certain things that you need to know about your twin, and that also comes out in the reading. And usually, shortly after the reading, my clients usually see things transforming and changing. Now, it might not be transforming and changing exactly like you want, but they do see some changes happening, and it's usually because of that awareness. We are more awakened to that awareness. So the other thing I wanted to say is that I am posting videos more often now that I am working this full time. And about life path and purpose, when I started figuring out my life path and purpose, like YouTube was barely a thing. So who knew I would be here on YouTube posting videos because it didn't even really exist when I started. So yeah, so it's angel numbers that they want to know. Angel Numbers 101 by Doreen Virtue. Like I said, it's out of print because she decided to do other things with her life. She's not doing angel stuff anymore. But yeah, that's what it is. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching, for chatting. Another thing I'm going to include in my channel, and just let me know if this is something that you guys really want to do. Typically, I don't do weekly energetic updates through a twin flame reading, just a generalized reading on my channel. I just don't do things like that. I've never done it. But if that's something you guys are interested in, just to get a general like overview for everyone, I am going to start doing that just once a week. So, so it says, so somebody asked my email, it says michellefondinauthor@gmail.com. So yeah, that's it. And I don't know why it was highlighted in orange, but yay. Hello, Sunshine Soul. Hello, Anna. Hello. Somebody else new came up. Thank you so much for joining me. And I can't pronounce your name, but I'm going to just say TA. And it says much love from New Zealand. Thank you so much. But yeah, so again, if you guys want to book a personalized reading, fantastic. I'm available. Just email me. The next thing is, buy a twin flame book, share the love, spread the love, just so we can kind of like raise the vibrational consciousness all together. And the last thing I wanted to say is that I am planning Twin Flame Unite live events starting probably late November, early December. I'm probably going to start in the LA area because that's where I live. So if any of you are living in California, Arizona, Nevada, like the surrounding states, that would be great to see you guys live as well. So thank you so much for joining me, and thank you guys for all of your support and all of your love and all of your positive feedback, and I wish you guys many blessings ahead for the week ahead, and have just a fantastic and positive week, and really take care of yourselves this week, you guys. Take care. Bye.